Hi guys, so we're going to be demonstrating kind of like a simple debate of how if you're doing all the things that we are kind of doing, then you're probably debating the right way, or you're on the right track of debating. So my partner and I stand on the firmest affirmation of the resolution, Disney Channel is better than Nickelodeon, on the three following contentions. Number 1, Disney Channel is affiliated with Disney companies, which connects this channel to numerous other channels, such as Disney Junior Channel, Disney XD, ABC, ABC Family, as well as international channels, such as Disney Channel UK and Disney Channel Japan. So we, as Disney Channel, we offer a lot of diversity, such as live sitcoms, mockumentaries, as well as cartoons, so it is suitable for kids of all ages, as well as a family show. So our second contention is that it offers TV show classics, such as Lizzie McGuire, Phil of the Future, Boy Meets World, and That's So Raven, which teaches our generation current and honest American living values, such as body acceptance, honesty, all the values that we respect and uphold in our own lives. And it also gives realistic situations such as combined families and life with Derek, and drug and tobacco usage in That's So Raven, as well as divorce in Boy Meets World. It also combines, like I said, real world with the supernatural, such as Wizard of Waverly Place and Phil of the Future, which kind of inspires kind of a creativity within our young generation. And our third contention is that Nickelodeon corrupts young generations, such as SpongeBob, which has underlying sexual references and also shows thoughts of suicide and all the unspeakable topics. And in Fairy Oddmother, Mr. Crocker makes sexual advances towards Timmy, as well as advertising neglectful habits of parents. And it also promotes children to make imaginary friends, which allows them to think that they can treat life by imagining certain things which are not part of creativity, and they also make it seem like unrealistic wishes is how life works. So this is why my partner and I stand on the firmest affirmation of this resolution.
My partner and I stand on the firmest negation on the following resolution, that Disney Channel is better than Nickelodeon, for these following three contentions. Contention 1. Nickelodeon is more diverse than Disney Channel. We have things such as Nick at Night and Nick Jr., which appeals to adult population and junior population. In the past 5 years of Disney, all stars have been known to be Caucasian, or they have only recently started to introduce characters of color as a main in the past 2 years. It reaches every age group and the color of skin, from George Lopez to Nihao Kailan as a junior show. And in our second contention, we're stating that Disney Channel teaches kids to grow up faster than they need to be. In most shows, such as Hannah Montana and Wizards of Waverly Place, the main characters are rebellious and makes growing up seem to be the top priority. Kids these days should be focused on making good relations with their family and friends. Instead, Disney encourages kids to be more mature than they are. Not only this, but it's also frowned upon to be smart. Intellectual characters such as Dustin Rusto in The Wizards of Waverly Place are made to seem as dumb or not as cool characters, or less favorable, as where his sister Alex is. This shows that it's okay for kids to be dumb, and being smart is being frowned upon. And second, in our last contention, we're saying that Nickelodeon sponsors very charitable organizations. In 2012, Nick sponsored a math marathon, which encourages individuals towards education. Also, they joined a vision partner of Kiwanis International in the Big Help Initiative. It addresses issues such as service, education, and the environment, as well as health, which are essentially key fundamentals to life, in which the Big Help contributes to children, miracle centers, hospitals, March of Dimes, which gives babies a healthy start, and the UNICEF. And for these following contentions, my partner and I still stand on the firmest negation of the following resolution: Disney Channel is better than Nickelodeon.
So now we're going to do cross-ex, which is kind of like questioning each other on what we've stated for our first speeches. So, negation, would you like to give the first question?
Sure. You guys stated that you guys have a lot of channels such as Disney Channel Junior or Disney XD and ABC Family, but those do show a diversity within the shows, but do they show a real diversity that we portray in our real lives?
Yes.
Okay, my question is, you guys have these channels that reach out to different parts of the world, different age groups, but all the shows that you're showing show characters who are Caucasian, so how does that spread diversity? Well, you are aware that there are different shows such as That's So Raven, which featured a black family, and then there's also shows like The Sweet Life on Deck, where there was an Asian character, as well as Caucasian and an African American character, as well as Latina characters that spread diversity within each other. So you mentioned that Disney Channel forces children to grow up faster than they need to, but are you aware that most of the shows feature family-oriented characters in which the family helps the child grow up? In our contentions, we stated that these characters are often rebellious, which ultimately backs up the idea that they're forcing the kids to grow up faster. These characters, they make it seem cool that they are standing up against their parents, which is something that isn't really valued in our culture.
But when you say that that's realistic and providing that show that portrays the character that they are inspired to be but won't be because they're seeing it and they're connecting it through the character, so which inspires them not to become those characters in actual real life.
But the fact that they have to portray it there's different ways to show values rather than showing a rebellious side in order to prove that there's another way around it.
And oftentimes I feel like these kids look up to these types of characters. Like Alex Russo in Wizards of Waverly Place was an all-time favorite for a lot of my friends. So. Okay, so now the negation. Oh, that's me. So now we'll kind of be refuting each other's points, which means that we're going to kind of go over what the opponent said and make it seem like our points make more sense than theirs. Yes, okay, so. Okay, my partner and I still stand on the firmest negation of the following bill or resolution. The Disney Channel is better than Nickelodeon. My partner and I have stated 3 contentions, our first being that Nickelodeon is more diverse than Disney Channel. Our second contention is that Disney Channel forces kids to grow up faster than they need to. And our third and final contention is that Nickelodeon sponsors charitable organizations. And our opponents have stated that Disney Channel is affiliated with many companies. The flaw within this contention, however, is that all the shows that they are showing, though it is going to different parts of the world, only shows characters of Caucasian coloring, and even though they have given one example of That's So Raven, That's So Raven is no longer playing on these channels, so that is not on the table anymore. Their second contention is that classic TV shows, show the values of honest American living. However, we were the only generation that got to experience those. They're not even playing these shows anymore. So Lizzie McGuire, who, might I add again, is Caucasian, though it may teach these values, it's no longer being placed. And these kids today aren't seeing that. And finally, Nickelodeon corrupts young generations. However, SpongeBob and Fairly Odd Parents are 2 of our time's classics, and I don't see they have no physical evidence of it having sexual references or neglectful habits. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay. No. So my partner and I still stand on the firmest affirmation on the resolution. Disney Channel is better than Nickelodeon for the following 3 contentions. So first, I will refute my opponent's contention. So they stated that Nickelodeon is more diverse than Disney Channel, and they pointed out that many of our main characters are Caucasian. But I would like to point out that many of the Nickelodeon shows are cartoons, making it much easier to cast diversity because they can create characters with blue skin or green hair, making these characters very unrealistic because they don't have similar appearances to much of the world. Second, they would also said that many such shows such as That's So Raven are no longer playing anymore, thus they are not able to teach these diversity roles. But there is another show called Casey Undercover, which stars Zendaya, who is African American, and her family is African American, thus rendering their reputation false. So they also stated that even though we are affiliated with different countries, most of our shows are Caucasian. Each different show has their own cast of characters. So in Disney Channel Mumbai, they would show Indian characters, or in Disney Channel Japan, they would showcase Asian characters to sort of represent the different areas that they're getting, different demographics. So you also said that Disney Channel forces kids to grow up faster than they need to. In shows such as Good Luck Charlie, there are representations of how parents' relationships with children can help them get farther in life. As in Good Luck Charlie, Teddy goes off to college and is very sad to leave her mother and father rather than her boyfriend. And lastly, you said that Nickelodeon sponsors charitable organizations. Disney does as well, partnering with Michelle Obama for the Fit for Life campaign beginning at the end of President Obama's first presidential campaign. Thus, my partner and I still stand on the firmest affirmation on the resolution at hand.
Okay, bye.
Bye!